So the World Economic Forum has a long-standing relationship with Oman. We've been fortunate to welcome a lot of government as well as private sector representatives to our annual meeting in Davos, as well as other regional fora that we have organized over the years here in the Middle East and North Africa. But specifically today, I'm here also at the Competitiveness Forum, where we had the pleasure to introduce a panel that introduced fresh data from our global competitiveness report that are directly pertinent to the Omani economy. Yeah, I think there was a fundamental discussion around what indices and country rankings and performance rankings are about and what are they for. And I think there was a fundamental response from one of the panelists, which was that they really provide a direction. They provide also a lens that you can use as a business leader, as a government leader, as a civil society leader to design your own strategy for the way forward. So of course, at the macro level, if you are a minister, it is important that you really have not only the data that is provided by research bodies, but it's also important that you have data from people that are around you, from your own population. And so the report that we produce at the World Economic Forum relies both on the hard data, which is the data provided by a lot of the public sector bodies and international organizations, and then we also rely on surveying business leaders and other leaders within a country, including Oman, to get a really kind of a holistic 360 view of the state of the economy and also for the road ahead. Sure. Oman there are specific circumstances to Oman, so that's kind of the starting point. We always need to make sure that we are not using a cookie cutter approach to how we judge certain education systems and other systems in countries. But obviously, there was one slide in the presentation and a discussion around what needs to be done further, what needs to be strengthened in education and innovation, etc. So it is one of the points where it was identified by the respondents in the survey needs to be strengthened. And of course, the whole debate around how you match skills with what actually market needs is one thing. But we also believe that the need for creating the general education is important. So you really start with access to education, and you make sure that you have a holistic access to education, so that there is an ecosystem of education in place. So it is not only the mechanistic matching skills to jobs, it is more than that. And as I said, it's something that where respondents and researchers agree that it's an area that needs to be strengthened. On the other hand, this is something that is applicable to a lot of countries, not in this region, but also around the world. You could say that really the new economic imperative globally is the education and skills imperative. So this is something that really the upgrading of skills to the new era is something that every economy faces, and that applies to Oman as well. So of course, again, there is this kind of superficial phenomena, which is, okay, do we need more engineers? Do we need more bankers? Are MBAs, or do we need to invent or find a new MBA program for the future, something else? But I think it's generally about having access to data. Of course, you can make smart choices about what are likely the needs of your market in the future. But I think there is one additional dimension which is increasingly important here or around the globe. Actually, is the global mobility of your workforce and global competitiveness of your workforce. So increasingly, because of technology and because the way people are mobile, we are not only benchmarked within national boundaries with our skills and education, but we are benchmarked globally. And so this is important, that you are not looking at your needs. If you are a national decision maker, you're not looking at your educational needs within only your national boundaries, but you're actually educating and enabling the education of your population with a global view.